nigga Kane, what you gotta say to these niggas? Hey man, say man, you know what it is. It's man. The Plug Podcast. I got my nigga Kane, what you gotta say to these niggas? Yeah, real shit, real life. Here we go. Hey, I feel like Cross, I'm a motherfucking boss. I got the drip, and you know I got the sauce. I tell these fuck ass niggas get lost. Coming through your chimney like I'm goddamn Santa Claus. Hey, 2023, and you know I rock my chain. Nigga, boy, I'm grown, I ain't tryna play no games. Doing what we want, and we doing what we claim. It's crazy how they pussy niggas selling out for fame. Like, look at my neck, look at my worth, nigga. I'ma shine so hard, make it hurt, nigga. Been the way that I am since birth, nigga. Tabernacle in the stream with a church, nigga. I'm chosen, I'm chosen. I be in front of the camera posing. You see that choker on my neck and it's frozen. Hey, yeah, I'm chosen. I am not stressed, I passed the test. Look at my name, look at my team. You know we gon' win, you know we gon' win. Until the end, you know what I get. Stone C, like my name is Smith. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Run up on me, I'ma make you do flips. Do a backflip. Niggas they cap like an actress. I don't fuck with niggas doing magic. Pull up on your mama and it's tragic. Damn. Woo, 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 hey, woo, 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 hey, yeah, hey. You can buy a watch, but you can't buy time. Every day I wake up, I'm on my grind. All that bullshit ain't on my mind. Don't need your help, my nigga, I'm fine. I'm real, yeah. Riding in my whip and I be changing the lane. Got my OG saying I be staying in they brain. Cause I'm going so dumb and I hopped in the game. Everything that I got came from excessive pain. Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a Cross and you know we going live. Got Kane on my right, he by my side. Keep it square in and shit, you know that's how we go.
Nowadays, man, we lack motivation, man. I'm here to give it back, man. At the end of the day, man, you can do what you want to do, but you got to learn to be great. I'm tired of people out here playing in the game, man. You're taking up space and opportunity. So I'm here to get this real game back to y'all. If you don't like it, get out the way, man. Because we're on a whole new era, man. And we ain't going to be stopped. Real spill. Let's get it.
It's the Plug Podcast. Fuck you, man. You already know what's going on, nigga. CrossFit, all shit. Hop up in the marsh pit. Represent the truth. And you know we finna talk shit. I play black and slow, but not slow and black. If you try to run some game, that shit will not last. Very woke and dope without the nonsense. Mine is very me, I'm in my conscience. Disregard the hate inside the comments. Plug your heart and make start to form it. This the vibe that everybody wanted. I said, this the vibe that everybody wanted. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't you try to stop my job. Yeah, we finna get this bill. Only real ones in my squad. Alabama where I'm posted. Mad cause you ain't got motion. Niggas softer than lotion. My drip wetter than the ocean. Alabama where I'm posted. Mad cause you ain't got motion. Niggas softer than lotion. My drip wetter than the ocean. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I'm with Cross, we finna ride. Niggas talking shit, but we gon' thrive. Got the viewers running up another live. Can you hear me though? Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. me. CrossFit. Oh shit, hop up in the mosh pit. Represent the truth, and you know we finna talk shit. I play black and slow, but not slow and black. If you try to run some game, that shit will not last. Very woke and dope without the nonsense. Mine is very me, I'm in my conscience. Disregard the hate inside the comments. Plug your heart and make you start to form it. This the vibe that everybody wanted. I said, this the vibe.
This the vibe that everybody wanted. Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Salute to everybody coming up in here. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we finna get this bill. Only real ones.
Salute to everybody coming up here in the building. Salute to the new folks coming in. I see you. Dolly Bear, appreciate you coming up in. Empress Cat, King of New Jersey in the building. Mr. BTV, where he bullied the bullies over there. Man, we got a great one, man. Here we go. Here we go right here. We got it. And we got the queen in the back. The queen's in the back. She got a Mary J. Blige going on right now. She got the East Coast Mary J. Blige right now. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming in, rocking with us, man. Yeah, we got one. Hey, everybody, I want to stop and I want to say salute to the queen. Today is her birthday, her born day. So y'all say happy birthday to the queen. It's her birthday. You know what I mean? Salute, queen. I appreciate you rocking with my big bro over there. I appreciate you rocking with us as family. So from one king to a queen, salute to you. Salute to you. I see you rocking though. You clean tonight. Like my granddad say, you sharper than a rat turd right now.
Oh, look.
You sharper than a rat turd right now.
Shout out you and my sister. Thank you for all the happy birthday shout outs. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, man. Real talk. So yeah, we got it going on today, man. He said, look at, salute E. I see you in the building. I see you, E. I see you in the building. Yeah, we got E in the building. So check this out, God. We got a crazy one right here. This one right here. This one is about a guy in Florida. Mac Mills, I see you, man. So check this out. So you got this one in Florida. This guy in Florida, man, he did the unthinkable, dog. His wife. So basically, he done stabbed her up. Then he goes on a run. He catches her with her daughter at the swimming spot, right? He asked her to drop the charges. He'll give her money. She didn't want to do it. Then he lit her up. So salute to everybody coming in here. And I'm going to black out the screen. What we're going to do is, and then we're going to run this video. Salute to everybody coming up in here. I appreciate y'all. Real talk. Y'all hit that like button.
Swimming pool, where police say this man shot and killed his wife while her daughter was taking swim lessons.
He followed her and chased her down and shot her, like an animal, like he was doing hunting.
Authorities putting together the pieces as the family of 30-year-old Shondell Harris mourns. It all happened at a Jewish community center in Miami Sunday.
The husband then showed up to the scene here and then shot her over at the pool deck.
The day before the tragic scene, officials say the suspect, 45-year-old Carl Watts Jr., stabbed Harris multiple times. The City of Miami Police Department telling NBC News in a statement they were aware of that incident, but by the time it was reported to them, Watts was gone and in hiding, adding that his wife was offered shelter but refused since she would stay with her mother.
Sir, you were arrested for 1 count of second-degree murder. I'm holding him with no bond.
According to the police report, Watts approached Harris and began offering her money to drop charges against him for the stabbing incident. When she refused and asked him to leave, he shot her multiple times and, quote, continued to shoot her until he ran out of live cartridges. The family of the victim in shock.
She's a great mother. You know, she didn't deserve this.
We reached out to Watts' attorney and they had no comment at this time. Now, details of Watts' criminal history and other pending cases coming to light. NBC News learning he's a person of interest in the disappearance of his former girlfriend in Fort Lauderdale.
June 25th will make 8 years that Trakita's been missing.
In 2014, Trakita Scott was last seen here leaving work to meet Watts. NBC6 reporting Scott's family publicly suspected Watts was involved.
Where is she? What did you do to her? Why couldn't you be a man and move on with your life?
Scott was never found, and police say her case is still open.
Domestic violence is one of those crimes where sometimes we don't have the full story as quickly as we wish we did.
Domestic violence is a major killer in the U.S. One study from the CDC showing that when the perpetrator was known, 50% of all women murdered were killed by their current or former intimate partner.
Domestic violence kills. There's resources out there. You don't have to live that kind of life.
So, Bourne, what you think about that, man? Like, so my problem is that he had other previous charges already involved, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy, bro. Like, so this man had all these other charges that was involved.
Yeah.
How is, and then this woman is missing. His previous ex is missing, yo. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So what you think about that?
I think that's some whole shit, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Real talk. Real talk. Real talk.
But I want to say, I'm trying to see
go ahead. You pulling it up?
I'm pulling something up. Pulling my background up. Hold up.
Okay. Y'all hit that like button. Comment, subscribe. Yeah, this is crazy. I just can't believe that he did that. He stabbed her up. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, yeah, that blows my mind.
Hold on 1 second here.
Hey, sis.
Yo, that's crazy though, bro. Real talk.
She ain't called me for my birthday. She called me anyway.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what blew my mind. I couldn't even believe that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what blew my mind. Like, think about this in a nutshell. So he got mad at this woman because he stabbed her up multiple times. So then I guess what happened was she went into like a hiding space. This is the problem I had. When she put in a situation like that, man, she shouldn't have had a routine. This brother knew her routine. Because bro, for you to stab her up, think about it. For you to stab her up at where she took the kid, where they went swimming, like he shot her up in front of the kid that went swimming, yo. That's crazy to me. Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it, Miss BTV? That's I mean, and then he had previous charges. He already had a previous charge he was working with, yo. Like this, the shit that's blowing my mind. When I watched this, I was like, wait a minute. So he went up there, he found her, now he done stabbed her up. She done called the police. He's in hiding. He goes to where she at. He tells her to drop the charges. Like, he got to be crazy to think she would drop the charges.
And you know what? Now, let's play devil's advocate too.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Now, it's no reason to ever put your hands on a woman.
Facts.
But you know, some niggas are mentally unstable, and if you keep like playing with his emotions, like bringing him back in, she probably was having sex with him still on a regular, off and on. You know how the baby mamas do. They come back around because they don't want to be just hitting, smash anybody, so they come back to the baby daddy.
Right.
So you know,
see, that's what I'm saying.
And
okay, all right. Mac about to pull up.
That's still no reason. So you know,
right. So that's what I'm saying. There's no reason domestic violence, and like they say, this is a big issue that they go on, especially with these young folks, right? Let's say even with the young people, you know what I'm saying? That right there, those are older folks. But my thing is the young people are affected by that too. Think about it. That girl, like that dude messed around and that girl saw or witnessed or heard her mother last words there while she was swimming. That's what's eating me up. What he say? He said this. He said, it was about the last girlfriend. He had issues. He had to.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm gonna tell you something. When I was younger, I think I was like this when I came through my first bid. Me and my ex had got back together and shit. So I didn't really know what she was doing when I was locked up because, you know, they skate out. I let it go. I'm like, yo, I got 5 years to do. Just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? When I come home, you know what I'm saying? If you still want to be together, we can be together type shit.
Fact.
But one thing you don't do, you don't mess with your dude's right hand man, and I don't care if I'm locked up or not. You know what I'm saying? Because
Fact.
It's about loyalty now. You know what I'm saying? It's all these
that's
other
real talk
in the world that you can rock with. So I came home. We had got back together. Me not knowing that they were sliding on the side all while I was gone. And all that shit came to a head, and I want to fucking both of them up. It ended up sitting in
we
the
say you end up fucking. Yeah, man, because that's dangerous. You playing with somebody's emotions, you not knowing, and that's what I'm saying. And then, like I said, in these situations right here, it's like this nigga was mad, bro. What was make you so mad? And then here's my problem: you got away. When you got away for stabbing her, and when you on the run, man, why would you run up on her and ask her to do that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, why would you ask somebody to drop that? You gonna get them money, bro? Like, they dead after that. They are hitting target. You stab them up like that, bro. Like, come on, man. And you got to remember, a lot of those times with those stabbings is what they say crime of passion.
Facts.
That means you into. Yeah, that's dangerous, yo. So I'm gonna black out the screen. We're gonna run it back for everybody else. Again, I appreciate everybody coming in, rocking with us. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play this back. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Again, this is coming out of Florida.
Tonight, a horrific scene at a community center swimming pool where police say this man shot and killed his wife while her daughter was taking swim lessons.
He followed her and chased her down and shot her, like an animal, like he was doing hunting.
Authorities putting together the pieces as the family of 30-year-old Shandell Harris mourns. It all happened at a Jewish community center in Miami Sunday.
The husband then showed up to the scene here and then shot her over at the pool deck.
The day before the tragic scene, officials say the suspect, 45-year-old Carl Watts Jr., stabbed Harris multiple times. The City of Miami Police Department telling NBC News in a statement they were aware of that incident, but by the time it was reported to them, Watts was gone and in hiding, adding that his wife was offered shelter but refused since she would stay with her mother.
Sir, you were arrested for 1 count, second-degree murder. I'm holding you with no bond.
According to the police report, Watts approached Harris and began offering her money to drop charges against him for the stabbing incident. When she refused and asked him to leave, he shot her multiple times and, quote, continued to shoot her until he ran out of live cartridges. The family of the victim in shock.
She's a great mother. You know, she does.
Now I'm gonna stop right there, man. He a sucker, man. That's a sucker move. What you think there, God? That's a sucker move.
Straight
like, bro, you should. Yeah, straight sucker move, man. Salute Mac Mills on the building. Yeah, that's a sucker move, bro. I hate that. I hate, man.
Like Empress Cat said, stabbing is definitely a crime of passion.
Facts. Yeah, that's why I said when you go to multiple times like that, like, come on, fam. So Mac, have you got a chance to see this, right? I know you just got here. So this is coming out of Florida right here to let you know. This is about a guy that was his wife. He ended up stabbing her up. Then she he was on, she called the police. She went to her daughter's swimming class. And then from there, he asked her, hey, they're going to Matt, you coming back in.
Yeah.
So did you get a chance to watch the video? Salute, Mr. Smith.
I seen a little bit of clip right there when I got in. I didn't see too much. You know, but from what I see, that's crazy. What's going on with this whole thing, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna go back just a little bit. This is a guy right here. This is Carl Watts Jr. He was able to do that to that woman. That's sucker shit. All right, y'all hit that like button.
The day before the tragic scene, officials say the suspect, 45-year-old Carl Watts Jr., stabbed
Salute, King of
multiple
Receipts.
times.
Great show last night, King. Great show.
Telling NBC News in a statement they were aware of that incident, but by the time it was reported to them, Watts was gone and in hiding, adding that his wife was offered shelter but refused since she would stay with him.
Arrested for 1 count of second-degree murder. I'm holding him with no bonds.
According to the police report, Watts approached Harris and began offering her money to drop charges against him for the stabbing incident. When she refused and asked him to leave, he shot her multiple times and, quote, continued to shoot her until he ran out of live cartridges. The family of the victim in shock.
She's a great mother. You know, she didn't deserve this.
We reached out to Watts' attorney and they had no comment at this time. Now, details of Watts' criminal history and other pending cases coming to light. NBC News learning he's a person of interest in the disappearance of his former girlfriend in Fort Lauderdale.
June 25th will make years that Trick has been missing.
In 2014, Trakita Scott was last seen here, leaving work to meet Watts. NBC 6 reporting Scott's family publicly suspected Watts was involved.
Where is she? What did you do to her? Why couldn't you be a man and move on with your life?
Scott was never found. Her case is still open.
Domestic violence is one of those crimes where sometimes we don't have the full story as quickly as we wish we did.
Domestic violence is a major killer in the U.S. One study from the CDC showing that when the perpetrator was known, 50% of all women murdered were killed by their current or former intimate partner.
Domestic violence kills. There's resources out there. You don't have to live that kind of life.
That's crazy because we would expect that would be an ex or somebody like that, but man, that's crazy that he did that. I can't believe that he would even have the audacity. Salute, Vice Plug. Salute to you. So, yeah, y'all smash that like button, man. Smash that. 70 people in the building. Salute to everybody in here. So, Mac, what do you...
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, 81 in here. It's going up. Salute. Salute. Yeah, so what do you think, Mac?
This was pretty bad, though, man. He emptied out the whole clip. That's what they're saying on it.
Yeah. So what do you think, man? Yeah. Danny Luck show. We pulling up. Salute. Wallum Grand.
Somebody got an echo.
Hey, Mecca, who got an echo? Mecca, that's your
echo?
Yeah,
Mecca. She just got a light echo. Yeah, 97 people in the building. Yeah, we building right now. Beaver Valley.
Hold up a second. Mecca.
Salute.
X your YouTube page. Except your YouTube page, Mecca.
It's gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
All right.
You good now. You good.
All right.
So yeah, salute the Mecca. She in the building too. We got a bunch of people, new people. Salute Danny Luck show. I appreciate everybody coming in. New people I ain't seen. Beaver Valley updates and more. We pulling up. Salute to everybody pulling up, man. We got a great one tonight. This is about the Florida man that did the unthinkable and the domestic violence. And what people don't understand how deep it is, man. So,
yo, how come all this bullshit's going on in Florida, man? Every time we,
it's a lot going everywhere. It's a lot going everywhere, man. That's why I said it's crazy. So, Mecca, did you get a chance to see that?
No, I just came in because I was on another platform, and the people that's coming in, I brought them over here.
Already, I see everybody coming over here. Salute to everybody coming over here. Support Mecca and what she doing. It's all love. She family. That's sis over here. You know what I mean? So yeah, she sis over here. So what I'm gonna do, Mecca, for you and for everybody else coming in here, what we're gonna do is we got 122 in the building. What we're gonna do is run it back for everybody else that's coming in the building. And this is about Florida, about a husband that messed around and stabbed the wife up, but then went and asked the wife to turn around and drop the charges by giving money. The wife said no, stabbed her up. I mean, he ended up shooting her while her daughter was there with her at the swimming area. So again, this is domestic violence real. So salute to everybody coming in here, and we're going to run it back.
Tonight, a horrific scene at a community center swimming pool where police say this man shot and killed his wife while her daughter was taking swim lessons.
He followed her and chased her down and shot her, like an animal, like he was doing hunting.
Authorities putting together the pieces as the family of 30-year-old Shondell Harris mourns. It all happened at a Jewish community center in Miami Sunday.
The husband then showed up to the scene here and then shot her over at the pool deck.
The day before the tragic scene, officials say the suspect, 45-year-old Carl Watts Jr., stabbed Harris multiple times. The City of Miami Police Department telling NBC News in a statement they were aware of that incident, but by the time it was reported to them, Watts was gone and in hiding, adding that his wife was offered shelter but refused since she would stay with her mother.
Sir, you were arrested for 1 count of second-degree murder. I'm holding you with no bond.
According to the police report, Watts approached Harris and began offering her money to drop charges against him for the stabbing incident. When she refused and asked him to leave, he shot her multiple times and, quote, continued to shoot her until he ran out of live cartridges. The family of the victim in shock.
She's a great mother. You know, she didn't deserve this.
We reached out to Watts' attorney and they had no comment at this time. Now, details of Watts' criminal history and other pending cases coming to light. NBC News learned he's a person of interest in the disappearance of his former girlfriend in Fort Lauderdale.
June 25th will make 8 years that Trakita's been missing.
In 2014, Trakita Scott was last seen here, leaving work to meet Watts. NBC6 reporting Scott's family publicly suspected Watts was involved.
Where do to her? Why couldn't you be a man and move on with your life?
Scott was never found, and police say her case is still open.
Domestic violence is one of those crimes where sometimes we don't have the full story as quickly as we wish we did.
Domestic violence is a major killer in the U.S. One study from the CDC showing that when the perpetrator was known, 50% of all women murdered were killed by their current or former intimate partner.
Domestic violence kills. There's resources out there. You don't have to live that kind of life.
Wow. Stabbing and shooting her. This guy needs to get the death penalty. But what'd they say? He's still at large?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. So, Queen, so watching that, what do you think about that, Queen? Because I know you speak a lot on the domestic violence and things of that nature. Where were some of the signs where you think where she kind of like she slipped through the cracks? Like, I mean, like, she should have went on because they wanted to put her in a shelter, right? Or some protection. She refused that. Like her patterns, she didn't change her patterns up. That's him. She could have changed her patterns. She could have done something a little bit different. Like, because he was determined. He was his perseverance was like he was trying to. I don't get it. Like I think he knew in his head that she was gonna say no. That's what I feel. So what do you think, Mecca?
First, domestic violence is about power and control.
Facts.
See, the thing with the abuser is they have a way of convincing them that it's their fault. That if you had did that, then I wouldn't have hit you. So they kind of start to feel like it's their fault. And then the abuser will convince them that it will never happen again. So he'll cool down for a little while. So what happened with them is he became a stalker. So he watched her pattern. Like when she came, when she left, and half of the time, they know your weakness. They know exactly what to say to you to get you to either come back or drop the charges. So for the most part, this probably not the first incident, and she might have dropped the charges before, but since she wouldn't do it this time, you know, because it's like if I can't have you, nobody can. Because some of the symptoms is jealousy, which we overlook. Oh, he loved me or she loves me. No. If they isolate you from your family and your friends, they try to control where you can go, who you can be around. The signs are there. If you talk, if it's a male, and even if you talking to a cousin or your brother or your dad, and they got an issue with that, you got to pay attention to those type of things. And for the most part, like I did a show on self-sabotaging and toxic relationship, and how the behavior of the self-sabotaging, the toxicity, all of that coincides with domestic violence. So the domestic violence can be financial. It could be financial. It could be psychological. It could be physical. See, most people think physical. When you hear domestic violence, they think physical, right? And also, when you hear domestic violence, you automatically think couple, right? But what the word domestic means? It means home, right?
That's right. Salute, Nanny Pooh.
Mean home. So let's say if you and your brother get in a fight at your house, right? And I know in North Carolina, if you and your brother get in a fight, they're going to charge y'all with domestic violence. Because it happened in the house and y'all are relatives. But most people think male and female, or they had to be in a relationship. Sometimes people are in relationships and don't even know it.
That's right.
They have not a clue
That's a fact.
that this person is they have absolutely no clue that this person is seeing them a certain way. That's why you got to be careful with the male and female friendship. Because you might see that person as a friend, like my situation, but they might not be seeing you as a friend.
So I got a question for you. So let's say, for instance, in this situation, that being a husband, what do you think from that aspect? Him being a husband and you being, say for instance, you the wife, and the fact that he done stabbed you up. I understand, like, love can be blind and can be ignorant, but ignorance can be bliss as well. So in that situation, why do you think she didn't say nothing? You know what I'm saying?
See, this is the whole thing. It has nothing to do with basically love, because for the most part, they're in fear. And fear is crippling. You see, we're on the outside, like people that's not in that situation, it's easy for us to say, well, she should just leave or he should just leave.
Right.
Sometimes the person might be abusing them financially, like where they got them on a budget. And like this person might be a stay-at-home mom. And he controls all the finances.
Facts.
So they might have 2 cars, but she can't use the other car unless he know where she going. And then he might time her on how long she can be gone. See, that's where the financial comes in. And then you have your mental. But for the most part, a lot of the women I talk to, this is what they say to me. They say that they rather for the man to have beat on them than to say some of the things that they said to them, because the bruises go away, but the words don't. So that's where that's part of the emotional, the mental manipulation. They blame you for everything. They basically try to lower your self-esteem. Basically, they crush your self-esteem. So this is why a lot of them will go back out of fear. Although they may think that emotion is love, it's really out of, if I don't go back, what are you going to do?
Right.
Even though they know that it's a possibility that they can actually get killed.
Lose their life, right.
Right.
Yeah.
But for the fact that they're scared and then don't think that the system is easy, like that's just easy for them to get a restraining order, because once the person you can get the restraining order. It's a certain amount of feet that they can't be around you. So let's say they can't be 500 feet. They got to stay 500 feet away from you. They can go stand across the street.
That's a fact.
They can go stand across the street. They can do 600 feet, and then it's, even though the restraining order is in effect, because they didn't violate the 500 feet, they won't do nothing.
Well, so that's like, I give you an example. Like, I hate to interrupt you, Queen. Like what NY Nikki say, narcissistic traits. I always say that all the time over here. Empathy always equates that draws narcissists, right? People with empathy, humble people, good people will always draw a narcissist, because you know why? They prey on people who have that. So that woman, like you say, like even NY Nikki say narcissistic traits. I think that he had that, like you say, from the controlling factor, from watching her, probably from everything she did, and in his mental, in his mental, he really thought that he could pay his way from. I mean, bro, when you stab somebody, you can't. There's no love involved in that, right? That's sick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask Born. So
that's why. For the victim, it's fear.
That's right. That's right. That's a fact.
Because
so
if I go let's say I go get a restraining order, right?
Right.
And I'm really, really fearful of this person. And they standing right across the street, intimidating me. Like, that's emotional. And it's nothing that they can do unless they either physically touch you or pass the barrier.
Right.
And that needs to change. See, if the person got a restraining order, that means you should be nowhere near wherever, not across the street, not down the block. And if the person see you and they call, then they should violate them on that.
Facts.
Because then it'll make the women feel a little more safer. Like, if I can't get help from them, if I can't get help from the police, I took the proper steps, right? And then a lot of them, most people in that situation do not realize that the district attorney and the victim advocates can move you and relocate you either somewhere else or to another state, as long as you have family in that state.
But in that fact, you remember now in the video, they offered to help her. She turned that down. She didn't want that. That's what blew my mind. Like, you stabbed up, he's missing, you don't know where he's at, but then you don't take the proper precautions. That's why I said it's hurtful, because, like, okay, so my thing to ask you, like, in a situation like that, or a person that has been a victim, my question to you is, do you guys, like, it's almost like, do you get the eerie feeling? Like, do you think that woman had that eerie feeling like, he coming? He is, like, if he did that to that extreme, is that the thing that always make them look over their shoulder? Or do you know, like you feel it, like it's coming? I know this got to be it, because
they're going to see, once you're victimizing you in that situation, you're going to always feel, your defenses level is going to always be up.
Right.
But when you are fearful of this person, right, and they might have said, okay, we can relocate you, but they might have then let her know that it could have been to a whole nother state. They probably was saying, well, we can move you. Maybe it was just across town where he can find her. See, we don't know all the details on what was going on, what they discussed, and why she refused the relocation. Maybe she didn't want to be away from her family. See, we don't know, because strange things, when people are being abused, they mind is not clear. So they're not really thinking with clarity. They're not. Just like if we know somebody that's in that situation, right?
Right.
We will always ask them, well, why you just don't leave? When we shouldn't ask them that. We should ask them, do you feel safe? See, it's certain kinds of questions that we should ask them. And then
that's true. That's true.
You got to make them feel comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't say why this happened. Like, so let's say you want to say to them, don't say, well, why you still there? Why you just don't leave? Instead of saying that, you can say, I am afraid for your safety and for the safety of your children. Right? You can also say, I think, like, let's say they said, like, he hit her, right? And then you can say the first part, right? And then after that, you can say the violence may get worse. The violence may get worse, right? Because now their self-esteem is crushed. And these is just steps you got to take. And then since their self-esteem is already has been crushed, it has been stomped on, it has been crumbled, right? And then you say, you don't deserve to be abused. See, they're not going to hear you right away because of the fear. And the fear is crippling. So because of the fear, they're not going to hear you right away. So you might have to repeat this to them. And then you can say, you have the right to live free of violence. Right?
Question I got for you. So if a person like myself would have come and came at them and, like you say, like Black Widow said, true indeed, rephrase that, Mecca. So do they shut down instantly, or is it a way that I can? Okay. So hold on. But what I'm saying is it a way that I can rephrase it to get them to open back up, or is that's it? That's done.
I'm giving you the words, because once you come at them on, well, why you think that happened? Well, what did you do? That's it. They're going to shut down instantly with you.
Right. Okay.
Because it's almost like you're blaming them for the action of another person.
That's real. I never looked at it like that.
Right. And then you're asking them to give you an explanation on what was in another person's mind.
Wow.
If that makes sense to y'all.
No, that makes a whole. I never looked at it because you're asking somebody to justify why this person, like that woman, how can you just? Well, and the police saying, well, has he ever done this? Well, you're asking her to justify over 1,000 things that might have happened where she might have blocked out because of, like you say, she shuts down. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not gonna sit there and give you a whole dissertation.
Right, she's not. They're not even going to talk to you no more. And I'm going to tell you how I know from. I'm talking from experience. When
right, exactly.
I got hurt, right, and I was talking to the officer. He kept saying, "Well, he said this, but he told me he was coming to question me for my side of the story." You understand?
Right.
So when he starts saying, "Well," he said that this happened. Is that true? Instead of saying, okay, tell me what happened. You see the difference? Because
right.
he started questioning me. Like, why are you questioning me? So if I'm not a weak or meek individual, it pissed me off. I didn't want to talk to him. He shut me down right then and there because I didn't want to talk to him no more. I did not want to talk to him anymore. And I called the district attorney and I let him know that I'm not talking to anyone but you and the judge. That's it. I don't want to talk to him. Because it took that person 20 minutes where I had to lay on the floor and play dead while he cut me up with a scalpel all over my body after the hot cooking oil. 20 minutes and you re-victimized me in 2.5 seconds. So I didn't want to talk to them. So what happened was me and the victim advocate lady, we became cool. So, she laughs at this when I go speak. She talks about it and she laughs about it when I go speak at places when she had me come speak. And I told her, I said, I ain't talking to him no more. And she was like, I know. And I said, and I'm not playing. And she said, and I know you're not playing. So one day, she was telling me, she said, you know what? I think you should volunteer with Interact. And I was like, no, because I don't think that I would be able to get up there because it was still fresh. Right. So I didn't know how I would react if somebody asked me a question because it was times where I was talking to the officer that was graduating from the academy.
Right.
So, I didn't want to be judged. You see? But that was because of the way I was questioned in the beginning.
Right.
Right. So then when I came down to India, she said, no, just come down here, So I went down there and he just happened to be there. But he wasn't, he had on regular clothes. So he was like, oh my God, it's you. So I'm looking at him like, well, who are you? But I knew the face. So he was like, you don't remember me? And I said, not really, but I know your face. And he said, I'm the officer that came to the house. I said, oh, so you the one that pissed me off. And he said, yeah. He said, I think you should get on the speaker bureau. And I said, no, I can't do that. I said, because I don't think I could stand up there and talk right now to a bunch of people and tell, what happened to me. And he said, well, you stood up to me. And I said, yeah. Because let me tell you, so then I went back into letting him know how that made me feel as the victim. And that is how I got involved in what I'm doing now. That's how I got involved.
That's all right. Nah, that's deep. That's deep, man. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in. That was and I appreciate you even saying that. We got 137 in the building. Hit that like button. This is deep right here. I appreciate everybody on the panel. We're gonna run it back for some of the people in here. I'm gonna have Born. I'm also have my boy Max speak on it. But I appreciate Mecca, man. Mecca dropping some jewels. Y'all hit that like button. Also, follow her. I know y'all came from over there, and I appreciate y'all come. But if y'all know anybody, share it. I'm going to share it. Well is on my platform. Y'all subscribe to us. Subscribe to King. Subscribe to Mac. We're going to run this back one more time. Appreciate y'all.
Tonight, a horrific scene at a community center swimming pool where police say this man shot and killed his wife while her daughter was taking swim lessons.
He followed her and chased her down and shot her, like an animal, like he was doing hunting.
Authorities putting together the pieces as the family of 30-year-old Shandell Harris mourns. It all happened at a Jewish community center in Miami Sunday.
The husband go to the scene here and then shot her over at the pool deck.
The day before the tragic scene, officials say the suspect, 45-year-old Carl Watts Jr., stabbed Harris multiple times. The City of Miami Police Department telling NBC News in a statement they were aware of that incident, but by the time it was reported to them, Watts was gone and in hiding, adding that his wife was offered shelter but refused since she would stay with her mother.
Sir, you were arrested for 1 count of second-degree murder. I'm holding you with no bond.
The police report Watts approached Harris and began offering her money to drop charges against him for the stabbing incident. When she refused and asked him to leave, he shot her multiple times and, quote, continued to shoot her until he ran out of live cartridges. The family of the victim in shock.
She's a great mother. You know, she didn't deserve this.
We reached out to Watts' attorney and they had no comment at this time. Now, details of Watts' criminal history and other pending cases coming to light. NBC News learning he's a person of interest in the disappearance of his former girlfriend in Fort Lauderdale.
June 25th will make 8 years that Trakita's been missing.
In 2014, Trakita Scott was last seen here, leaving work to meet Watts. NBC6 reporting Scott's family publicly suspected Watts was involved.
Where is she? What did you do to her? Why couldn't you be a man and move on with your life?
Scott was never found, and police say her case is still open.
Domestic violence is one of those crimes where sometimes we don't have the full story as quickly as we wish we did.
Domestic violence is a major killer in the U.S. One study from the CDC showing that when the perpetrator was known, 50% of all women murdered were killed by their current or former intimate partner.
Domestic violence kills. There's resources out there. You don't have to live that kind of life.
So there you have it. So Born.
Yeah,
you hear me?
Oh, first of all, let me say what's up to my. Now, hold on. Let me say what's up to my big sisters, Queen Infinite Mecca, BTBTV.
That's right.
I'm here, sis. Salute. Glad you came. And
Mecca, you want to pull up? So she has something she can bring to the table, if it's okay with y'all and her.
It's always good.
No, it's okay. No, man. Because at the end of the day, like I said again, man, when it's dealing with domestic violence and stuff like that, it's everybody has a story, and that's why I brought this to the attention and awareness. Because like you.
Let me ask you
Go ahead.
one thing. Now we know all the women, the men be doing shit to these women, but we gotta bring both sides of the table. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta show something when a woman how she beat a man and kill a man on some domestic violence shit too, because it happens like that too. It's just not publicized like that. Because if a woman hit a man and a man be like, let me call the cops because I don't want to put my hands on her, the first thing they say is the cops, yo, I'm telling you, my ex-wife, I called the cops like, yo, she won't let me leave the house. I'm not trying to put my hands on her. Can you come so I can leave? When they came there, yo, the first thing you know what they did? They ran my background, bro. They didn't even care what I was, you know what I'm saying? They ran my record. This is Virginia. I'm in Christiansburg or Blacksburg, Christiansburg, Virginia, bro. They ran my shit, bro. It was like, yeah, you from Jersey. They ran my shit. They was like, oh, you're a convicted felon. I'm like, yo, what that got to do with anything? I'm calling you. I'm trying to leave this house, and my wife won't let me leave the house. She's being violent. I'm trying to shit like that. So after that, bro, when she next time she put a hand on me, man, I just slapped her to sleep one time, and she never did it again.
Right. Yeah,
that ain't funny, but
I know. Yeah, I got a homeboy that got killed. His chick got him killed. She didn't do it herself, but she had to
I do too.
Kill him.
Yeah, I do too, man. I had a homeboy back in the days, man. They went through the same thing, and she ended up shooting him.
Wow. It is a lot of men. See, I don't only talk to women. I talk to men too.
Yeah.
It is a lot of men who's being abused by their wife, and the one reason why they won't speak up because they don't want to look weak.
That's a fact. Yep.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What I tell them: the day you hit her back, you're going to jail.
Fact.
So why?
Yeah, you had to be.
Why not take the same steps?
Yeah. And you know what, Mecca, and a lot of times people don't realize, and I tell people statistically, 70 to 73% of most households are raised in single parent homes nowadays, right? And a lot of times it's the mother who raised a lot of these boys. These boys, when they get older, they're not looking for independence. They looking for a mama. So that's why a lot of these boys don't have their own place. And these girls that have these programs or they stand in the housing, they kick them out because a lot of them don't have a male figure in their life, right? So they have more of a emotional trait than a logical trait. Because I tell people, most men are logical. Women tend to have emotion with the logic. But the problem is people don't understand these young men who shot another 14-year-old girl because she wanted to break up with him. Like, it's like, bro, this world is too big, but because the mamas that they don't let them boys be boys, and then like you say, I think a lot of them is because the fact is that they, like you said, they don't want to be embarrassed. You know, a lot of them are not alpha males or apex males. They're more beta males.
See, here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up. See, people think the alpha male is the dominant one, but he's not. The only reason why we say alpha, he's not. It's the sigma. It's the sigma. The sigma is a little more level-headed than the alpha. Even though they have the same characteristics, but the sigma is more level-headed, more thoughtful, more calmer. He's not a flamboyant. He's not flamboyant. And another thing is if okay, so say a mother has multiple sons. Why is it that all the sons don't beat on women?
Right. You ask me why do they not?
Right.
Well, yeah, because everyone has different different characteristic traits.
Right. Now, some of them could have picked that habit up because they were told that men were superior and women are their property.
Right.
Yo, they are property. What you talking about?
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that. I already knew you was gonna say, but I'm just saying.
You already know that,
okay. If a person, like for instance, they always use this quote from the Bible, the Quran, or whatever, right? That the woman must submit, right? And they stop right there.
Right.
That's where they stop at. But they don't go past that where it says the house is as strong as the man in it.
Right.
So
no, you're right. Well, when I say, but at the end of the day, you're right. Even on the single parent, even with the mother, like you're saying, it's different boys. But a lot of times, boys if they don't understand logic or understand, like, you know, every young man is a mama's boy to a certain extent. I was a mom to a certain extent. And then you have to branch off. Your mama will be like you. A strong person will be like, no, you need to stand on your own. Some mamas will hold their sons back, but kick their daughters out first. You too grown, girl, get your ass out. But then the boy will be the ones that be at the house with the mom.
Oh, bro, hold on. I gotta say one thing about that. As a family now, cipher, I'll say that because the women in my family, they kicked the niggas out, and the girls stayed until they 40.
Oh yeah,
yeah. When my sister, she stayed with my grandmother raised me. I went to prison. My sister was in like the 9th grade, I think. When I came home, my sister was living with my grandmother from the 9th grade. My grandmother died in 2012. She stayed there in the house with another year with my aunt. Then she moved with my mother the next year, and she been with my mother since 2013. My sister, I'm 47. My sister be 43 on her born day, February 27th.
So when is she gonna leave?
Not never.
No, you said not never. You said not never, huh?
No. I know what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But for most of the time, it's not that. Yeah, most of the time, it's not that the mother threw the daughter out. Most of the time, the daughter leaves home first.
Yes.
Because the daughter, you see, the daughter, what happens with the daughter is she get her little boyfriend, right?
Yep.
And the mama ain't gonna let them lay up.
That's what I was saying. Yep.
So
that's what I was trying to say.
So she'll go get her, not saying necessarily that's what it's for, but two women can't live in the house together.
Right. Yep.
They're not gonna get along. So it's by the time we get a certain age, we want to go. We want to have our own. We want to experience that.
Right.
Just like some men, but like you said, you have some mothers who like baby their sons and turn them straight into male females.
Yep.
And they can't control
because a lot of times if the mom because if a boy stay at the house too long, the mama gonna have a say so on who he likes. I don't like her. He's never gonna be, and he picks between the mom and all that stuff. They said if you find a woman, you find a good thing. You find it of a good thing. So you're supposed to cling to your wife, your woman, or your wife, like you would do, like you have the same as like with your mom. But the relationship and respect, you have to see the characteristics. But a lot of these dudes, I don't know what they be looking for. Just like this guy right here. Like, I just feel like you said, man, I'm just saying allegedly, I wish he had some brothers or somebody that would have put their hands on him and beat his ass. But then that would have made the situation even worse. You know what I'm saying? In those situations like that with this woman.
Some fatal attraction shit, boy. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he was sick. He was demented, dog. He don't get no pay. That's some sucker stuff
here's the
that he
thing.
did.
If they got brothers, right, they're gonna plan around the brothers. So when they get them, they're always gonna get them when there's no one there to rescue them. So having brothers really sometimes it doesn't help either, because if that person wants you, they're gonna get you. They're gonna stalk you. They're gonna watch you for a while to see when you leaving, when you coming, who coming in and out of the house. And the day they see, say if it's a female, they see another male, or if it's a male, they see another female. That might be the end of your life.
Facts.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's real.
But you don't even know that they following you.
Shit, man.
You won't have a clue.
Weird. That shit weird.
Because see, people talk about domestic violence, but they don't talk about stalking.
Facts. And
nah, that's facts.
You was a stalker too. Yeah, I'm too real. I was working for Nelly at the time. So we was at Greensboro, North Carolina. We was at the hotel. He just got finished doing a show there. So I told her, I was like, oh, we just finished the show. We going back to the hotel. I never even told the hotel where we was at, bro. I'm inside the room with Nelly, and I'm watching the door inside, make sure nobody come in and out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. The other security outside the door. And he stick his head in. He's like, yo, Born, your wife here, she wild. I'm like, she wilding? Why she wilding for? She know I'm at work. Man, I came out there. She's like, I'm like, yo, go inside. I'm gonna stay outside for a minute. She's like, nigga, I know you in there fucking them bitches. And I'm like, whoa,
wow.
At my job,
Wow.
I'm working. This nigga paid me $1,500 a night just to secure him.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But you worry about other shit. No, don't worry about that shit. Get your ass out of here.
Let me tell you something. If your stalker or the abuser wants you bad enough, they will climb in your window.
Yeah.
And you can live on the 10th floor with no fire escape.
No, I don't know how she found the hotel we was in. She's
gonna find.
She looked that shit up, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah, she probably went to every hotel in the world.
Every hotel in Greensboro. And she knows we was at a 4-star.
Yep.
She looked at all the 4 stars. Like,
yep.
You gotta be at one of these. And they told her.
Yeah.
Somebody had to tell her.
Nah, but nah, this was a great bill, man. I appreciate everybody coming in here. I appreciate Mecca with giving us, dropping some gems, and the new people coming in here, man. Y'all check us out. I usually try to drop some gems, give y'all something. I usually go twice a day, man, but I've been so busy. I got a lot of stuff I got going on trying to build. But this was great. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really do. I appreciate Mac. I appreciate Mac coming on here. I appreciate the mods, everybody in the chat. I'm gonna let the Queen say again, happy birthday to the Queen, Miss BTV. I appreciate you, Queen. You already know your family.
Birthday,
and I'm gonna let Mecca go ahead.
She walked outside.
Yes.
She walked outside.
Yes.
She walked outside, but your big
First
day,
lady.
I subscribe to your page too, bro. So I'm gonna check you
Yes.
out.
Y'all need to
y'all
subscribe to Big Dice Chronicles. He be bigging me up.
All right.
He be supporting me. You know,
we got you.
So when I told him I was coming over here, he ended his live, and everybody that was over there, we followed. We came over here.
I appreciate that. I'm about to look him up. Big Dice Chronicles. Salute to you. I appreciate you coming in.
And subscribe to Empress Cat too, as well, because Empress Cat does meditation and healthy eating and aerobics and stuff like that. So subscribe to Empress Cat too.
And subscribe to King of New Jersey, BTBTV, or either
I was getting to that.
Gangster Chronicles, Mr. Eastwick, BTBTV.
I was getting to that.
Yeah. Salute, Shay. Salute, Shay. I see you up in there saying.
Subscribe to Danny Lux. She a little rough around the edges, but she's good.
That's all right. I got you. Danny Lux. Y'all subscribe. Subscribe to Danny Lux. I got you, the Big Dice Chronicles. Appreciate you. I just subscribed to you as well. So yeah, salute to everybody coming in. Empress Cat. I just subscribed to you as well. You already know I appreciate y'all family for coming over here, showing love, rocking with us. We had a great bill. Y'all check me out. Subscribe to the channel.
I got one more for you to subscribe to. Qualia Graham.
Yeah, I saw Qualia Graham in
she cooks and make sweets and snacks or snacks or she cooks. She cooks.
All right. You know.
She make little snacks. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what's up.
Got it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we gonna
you
put
gotta
it.
subscribe on Instagram. She's not on YouTube. She on Instagram.
Okay, on Instagram. Weird Science. Salute to everybody coming in here, man. I appreciate everybody coming in here. Man, y'all did a great one, man. Also, salute to my man. Man, I rocked out last night, man. What's his name? Hold on, I don't. Who? Hold on. Let me get it, dog.
Oh,
Hold
Weird
on.
Science.
Man, we rock.
The plug. Weird Science. That's my cousin. She my
Weird. Okay.
Weird Science. She's in the chat right now. She just came in. I told her to come in. She's
okay. We got you.
She be on my platform. We be enlightening, you know, and educating. So when you see her, you know.
We subscribe to you too.
Yeah. And King of Receipts. Salute to you last night, man. King of Receipts, dog. 2.0. Check him out, dog. Like last night, he did his thing last night, dog.
He's up here?
Yeah, King of Receipts. He did his thing last night. He was grooving. Like, if y'all want to groove to some old school music, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, he did his thing.
Yeah, he do his thing.
From 11 from 11 to 1. From 11 to 1, he said. And he rocked out. So I just want to salute him. He had me and Black Widow. We was grooving last night. Listen to it. Real good music for the old school folks, man. So I want to salute him too, man. Like what you're doing over there, man. Keep building, man. Doing it. Real talk. So that being said, Mac, you got anything you want to see? You want to say? Big Mac, you there?
That nigga sleep again.
Ain't no telling with Mac, man. He probably on this live too as well. So King, you want to go ahead and end it out?
Oh yeah, I ended up for you. Yo. Peace to the 5% nation of guys and nerfs. Salaam alaikum, alhamdulillah, rahmat to Allah, to all the Muslim brothers and sisters in here. This is the King of New Jersey. This is BTB TV and Cross the Plug. We bully the bullies. And yo, check this out. We ain't no Bloods or no Crips. We doing our own thing. BTB TV and Cross started their own gang. Like, nigga, what?
Nigga, what? Mac, you got something you want to say, Mac, before we get out of here?
I'm gonna say is, like I said, man, protect the women and the children. You know, the men. You gotta do better, man. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, but you already know, man. Salute to all y'all. Keeping it real in the field. Let's do this again.
Already. So appreciate everybody coming in, tapping into the plug. Man, y'all find me on Facebook, on the King's Panel. Y'all subscribe to that. I got another channel I'm building too, King's Panel. We got the Plug Podcast, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. I'm all over everywhere, man. Check out KrossYourHeart.com.
That nigga all over like bird shit. He everywhere like bird shit.
Everywhere. So KrossYourHeart.com. Put in the plug and you get 10% off your first order. Check out all the stuff. I did that. That's all my design. So we doing it big over here. We also check out the songs. I got CrossFit, and then I got another one on iCloud.
Yeah, I see some of your commercials on YouTube.
Yeah. I know. It's we getting big now. Yeah, we getting big now. We're getting big now. So salute to everybody coming in. 128 in the building. Y'all hit that like button. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. If you don't, put it in the comment and we'll figure it out later. So salute to everybody else. And again, we're gonna say peace.
K, what you gotta say to these niggas? Yeah, real shit, real life. Here we go. Hey, I feel like Cross. I'm a motherfucking boss. I got the drip, and you know I got the sauce. I tell these fuck ass niggas get lost. Coming through your chimney like I'm goddamn Santa Claus. Hey, 2023, and you know I rock my chain. Nigga, boy, I'm grown. I ain't trying to play no games. Doing what we want, and we doing what we claim. It's crazy how they pussy niggas selling out for fame. Like, look at my neck, look at my worth, nigga. I'ma shine so hard, make it hurt, nigga. Been the way that I am since birth, nigga. Tabernacle in the stream with a church, nigga. I'm chosen. I be in front of the camera posing. You see that choker on my neck and it's frozen. Hey, yeah, I'm chosen. I am not stressed. I passed the test. Look at my name. Look at my team. You know we gon' win. You know we gon' win. Until the end. You know what I get. Don't see. Like my name is Smith. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Run up on me, I'ma make you do flips. Do a bad flip. Niggas ain't counting actress. I don't fuck with niggas doing magic. Pull up on your mama and it's tragic. Damn. Woo. Woo. Time. Every day I wake up, I'm on my grind. All that bullshit ain't on my mind. Don't need your help, my nigga, I'm fine. I'm real. Yeah. Hey, riding in my whip and I be changing lane. Got my OG saying I be staying in they brain. Cause I'm going so dumb and I hopped in the game. Everything